Hello, folks. Welcome to Looplearnings, and this is the next video in the series. Now we will start making reports. I actually thought I will not make reports, but one of my member have asked to work on a report. And I also thought it's a good idea to kind of complete the entire cycle because reports is also one of the very important aspect of any application, where user would love to fetch the information, see the information in a different way, and utilize that information the way they wish to do so. So we are going to work on reports. We will create a report center, which will open by clicking on reports. We'll have a little form, which will have a different text boxes, drop downs, so we can generate different reports from those text boxes and drop downs. Now, what kind of reports we are going to make? We will start simple and then we will move ahead with a little bit of complex reportings. So today in this video, I'm going to demonstrate a very simple report in which we can perhaps show what expenses occurred in a particular year by a particular user. Okay. Now we don't have a lot of data. So probably after this video, I'll create a dummy data and I will add it in the application. So actually we can see some data on the reports whenever we generate reports. So that will look nice. Anyway, so that's what my planning is. So if you are interested in watching these reporting suite series videos, then stay tuned, watch till the end. I hope you will learn a thing or two from these videos. And if you happen to like whatever you have seen until now, or you will see in this video, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. So let's get started and let's see what report we'll generate today. If you haven't watched the videos of this series, I would strongly suggest that you watch the videos so you can reach until this level. And then from here, you can start making reports. Right. So let's go to design view and let me close this. And we will need property sheet, but we'll minimize it a little bit. So this is how the application looks like from the developer point of view, not from the user point of view. So first thing I'm going to do is to create, whenever we want to create a report, we will head to the ribbon as we have done for tables and queries and forms. So we'll go to the ribbon and particularly in the create tab. And under the create tab, we have got tables, queries, forms, and then there is report. Like we have seen some options with the tables and queries, same and the form, we have some designers for the reports as well. We're not going to use the designers. However, we will create a blank report and then we will design it ourselves. So when I clicked on that, I got this report. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to keep the same look and feel of the reports as the forms. All right, that would be a good idea to do that. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping because if I go to report view now, it's like a blank slate. There's nothing on it. So let's go to design view again. And this time we will do a little formatting in the property sheet. So I'm going to expand it a little bit so we can see it. And first thing I'm going to do is go to format tab and I'm going to make it auto center yes. Right now it's no. We'll make it auto center yes. Okay. Border styles will be fine. Scroll bars, we would like to have scroll bar which is vertical scroll bar, not the horizontal. We would like to have that. Control box, yes, we want. Close button, yes, we want. Min max, let's make them none, so we don't see those min max buttons on the report. Then movable, yes, we can move margins. Right now, I'll keep it on because I want to show you with margin how the report looks like, and without margin, when we will actually make reports, how it will look like. So I want to show you later on. I will definitely show you that. Okay. I think from the formatting point of view, this is it. We will add caption later on, but we'll go to the other tab. And we want to make this report as pop-up yes and modal yes as well. Okay. Now, right now, this report is not bound with any data, and that's okay. We will later see. But let's first go to the report view and let's see now the report is kind of different as compared to a couple of minutes ago when I went to the report view. So let's save this report. What are we going to call this report? Let me go to the design view. If I'll go to the budget queue, we have a couple of records. If I go to the expenses queue, we have a couple of records. Okay. Now, these records are simply that I have created myself, and they're kind of dummy records, of course. What I would like to do is I would like to make a report that shows the records category wise. Okay, so we'll have a category name, and description of expense, date when it occurred, and amount which is spent in that uh, expense when it occurred. All right, we probably will use month and the year as well, so we can see records month wise. Okay, if you want to have a week wise, you can also do that as well. But anyway, we'll save this report and we'll say expense Q, expenses, not Q, expenses R. All right. And now we've got the name. And now we will link this report to the record source. And record source is expenses query. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to choose expenses Q. And now I'm going to go to report design. If we have linked this report to the record source, that doesn't mean the data will automatically populate. That's not going to happen. We have to make sure that we bring the fields onto the report. Okay. So to do that, we'll go to the report design in the ribbon and we'll choose add existing fields. From here, we will fetch these fields one by one. Okay. Later on, we will do some formatting of the report so the report looks nicer. Remember, this is the first report, and this is going to be a simple report, not a complicated one. So we'll keep things simple for now, and then we will move on to a little bit complex reports. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have selected all fields. I'm going to go to Home tab. I'm going to make the color as full black, and I'm going to change the default font to Calibri. All right, that's the one we have been using, and that's one looks nicer on the reports also. You can choose whatever font you would like to choose. That's fine completely. Now in here, we will change this. Right now, this is as a combo box. We will change it to the text box. And now what we are going to do is we are going to make things, put things in a way that they look nicer in the report. Okay. Well, right now, if you run a report, that's completely not nice report. All right. So we don't want that to see. What we would like to see is on top of page header, we want to see few information. And then as a tabular format, we want to see the category, expense category, category name, amount, description, etc. So let's go ahead and make that change happen. Now, right now, page header we can see and detail area. Page header, and then there is a report header. Right now, report header is not visible. To make it visible, we'll right click anywhere in the report and we'll say report header or footer. Now you can see that there is a proper report header and footer that will appear here. So what we would like to do is we would like to actually put some of these fields in the page header area. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll take the expense ID, user ID. All right. And rather than, I think, user ID, it would be nicer to have a name of the user, right? So for example, right now, it's only ID. There is no name of the user. So let's modify this query a little bit. Okay. And we'll go to design view and let's go to show table and then get the tables that, for example, users table. And then we'll put user name and perhaps the email address. And we'll go to the design view, sorry, the data sheet view, and we have got the user information as well. So let's get the username and let's get the email address as well. Okay, that's nice. We'll make this black color so they are same, not Cairo, Calibri. Okay, now let's make them, let's select all and let's go to layout and let's stack them. If you will see, we actually don't need to see the user ID, to be very honest. So I'm going to get rid of it, or I'm going to hide it. You can choose whatever you wish to do, but user ID is not really required because we are not going to provide criteria here as of now. We will have a criteria later on in the query itself, so we don't need to show that onto the report. All right, so let's select these and then make bold, expand them a little bit, and these also. Now, if I will select all, we'll go to the arrange, padding, narrow. We'll go to the property sheet again, format, and I'm going to change the height to 0.3. Okay, 0.3. So height will be 0.6. All right. Okay, that's nice. Now I'm going to expand these. I'm going to layout, remove layout, and then expense ID maybe right here, and then a username. And we'll make this field as a little bigger because the name can be bigger. And we'll select these two, we'll layout, stack them. And we'll go to the arrange and make it narrow. All right, good. Now, how does it look like? We'll go to report view. And we have a little bit of view, but it's not really nice yet. Don't worry, we'll get it done. Probably we can have these into the same formatting so they look exactly the same. Okay, maybe we'll bring on the top. Here we go. Okay. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to make these fields as tabular. Now, before I do that, I want to group the information. Okay, let me show you. Later on, I will make a grouping. I always like to show why I'm doing what I'm doing. So let me show you first. Okay, I'm going to close this for a moment and I'm going to select these and I'm going to bring them down here. I'll select all the text boxes and I'll bring it here. Now, this is not going to look nice, but just bear with me. I'll show you what I actually. Okay, now the report is okay. This is kind of report. Actually, to be honest, this is a report, but it's not nicer, right? So, what we need to do is we need to categorize. So, we have two categories as of now: transportation, food. There might be more categories. So, for each category, we want to see the description of the expense amount and when the expense occurred. So, we want to see that in a order format. Okay, so to do that, we will make a grouping. And how do we do grouping in reports? We'll go to the report design on the top in the ribbon, and then under the grouping and totals, there is a option called group and sort. So let's do that, and we will make add a group, and then we'll have the category ID. We'll group them according to category. All right, and then we can sort them from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Because the category ID is integer value, which means numeric value, that's why it is showing smallest to largest, largest to smallest. Otherwise, it will show from A to Z or Z to A if the value is string value, which means alphanumeric values. All right. Now, this is the first step to group them properly. Now, let's close this. We'll come back to this later on. So I'm going to make sure that we will remove the layout. And I'm going to bring the category ID here. Category ID label we don't want to see. That's fine. We'll bring category name and in the top of here. And category name also, we don't need the label. All right. So what are we left with? We are left with this. We can hide this month and year for now. Later on, if you think that you should see a month and year, sure, definitely we'll bring back this field. But for now, let's hide them. Okay. So let's go to report design, property sheet, format, and make it visible. No. And width also should be 0. But later on, we'll do it. Now, if I want to do is I want to select these fields and I want to layout and make it tabular again. So we can bring them nicely into the format. Okay. So make this category name a little bigger field. Now we will make the description first and then the amount. And probably we don't need to see the status. We will see, however, the expense date and payment method. Okay. So this we will see definitely. Okay. These two are hidden. So we'll make the width of these two fields to 0. So we don't need to have them a separate space. If I'll come here. Now, if I will move this here and here. Now, if we'll go to report view, now it looks a little different, isn't it? It is still not yet finished product. It is still cooking. All right. So that's why I said just bear with me. So if we have this a skeleton of the report, I want to change a couple of things. So let's make it look nicer. And also I want to bring these labels for each separate category. I don't want to see labels right on the top and then everything else down. So let's go to design view again. And to do that, I probably need to do the same work again. Let's remove the layout and let's bring these here, and let's make the layout tabular again. Okay. Now, I know it's a little bit of repetition, but I wanted to show you, so I intentionally did that. So we'll go to the shape outline and we will make shape outline transparent for all the text boxes that we have got. Okay. Because we really don't want to see the shape outlines. The category ID also, we actually don't need to see. So let's hide this category ID and let's make the height 0 as well, the way we did for the other two month and year field. Okay. Let's make it bold. So we want to see this as a heading. And then let's adjust these. So these labels, I want to change the font size, make them real smaller because we don't want to see them as big as they are. And I think we are getting closer to what we wish to see. Go to the property sheet format and make a width to 0. We can increase the width of description because that will have a little bit of information stored in them. So making it bigger would be a good idea. All right. Now, next thing we would like to do is we would like to, let me first make it all towards the amount and date. However, I would like to make them as center. Right. Would you like to see the report view? Let's see. Right. We can see that it is improving, right? You will agree with me. With each time we are making progress. So now I have a fairly good looking report, not exactly a finished product yet, because you can see expense ID is right on the right side. It should be here, and it should be properly formatted as well. I want to have a line under each row, and I want to remove this color from the opposite from the each alternative line. Okay, I want to have a little bit of a background for each label, for each category basically, so that will look nicer. So let's go ahead and make these changes. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make these towards the left side. And the next what we are going to do is we are actually going to have a line. Okay. So let's take the line object. Let's press shift button and we'll put the line. Okay. And then let's remove the alternative color. So right click here, alternate color, white. Okay. We don't want to see the grayish color. And this, however, we want to have little background with it. And for the alternate color, also the same color. This we will make it as a transparent field. Okay, there you go. We can make it a little bit closer. And now we can go to report view. There you go. Looks a little nicer, isn't it? Okay. We're not done. We are not done yet. We can do a lot. Now you can see here this area. This is the area, not this, the one which is selected. The one here, I hope you can see the mouse. This is the area. It's basically a margin. So if we'll turn off the margin, it will look much nicer. Let's go to design view. And also I want to change this color. I want to keep the same coloring scheme. So let's go to design view and property sheet and format, property sheet and margin. Let's make it no. And this color, I want to change it. So let's have the same color that we have uh, in the form header. Okay, there you go. Let's make it a little bit. We'll come back. We'll make this a bit more nicer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it looks much nicer. We have proper shape of the report, right? We can do much more than this, and definitely in the next video I'm going to make it more enhanced. I'm going to make it like the report that I wish to have, and then we will copy this template for every single report that we are going to generate, which will speed up the development process. First report always takes time, and then it will speed up the development process. And I think as of now, this is it. We will enhance this report in the next video, and you will definitely see that. If you like whatever you've seen, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, be a member of this channel, become a member of this channel to support me and my work that I'm doing. I hope I'm adding some value. I hope that you're learning from this channel, and I love to read some comments, and you guys do comment on my videos. So thank you so much for that. And that's it from me today. I will see you in the next one.